Okay, and here is the next one, which is the first big, semi-big series. It is Nejima. I have volumes 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. 4 through 8 are coming in the mail still. I really like this. I'm not gonna lie, it's funny how they have this little sticker here for mature audiences, and then you can just peel it off. I think that was kind of funny. I started getting these at the used bookstore because one of my friends recommended it. I had watched the anime and it wasn't that good, but then when I saw the manga, I was like, you know what? I'll get it. I'll try it out. And I know the series was kind of popular for the manga, and it's semi-popular for the anime. So I ended up getting the manga, and I think the manga is a little bit better, in my opinion. It seems to be a bit more hilarious, and it really grabs you in, where the anime, it takes time to grab you in. So, and it takes more time in the anime, I believe, to develop the characters. So I really like the manga. I would recommend the manga over the anime. That's just me, though. But the manga, very good. It's a very good manga. Highly recommend reading the manga of that. Okay. So the next one I'll do is Tite Kubo's Bleach. Volume 34, 42, and 43 of these. Now, I love the art style of this. And he does do like a little, which is nice, a little like, how do I say it? Like on the pages, if I could find it. Yeah, there we go. He does like a little short story thing like that, which is a lot nicer than what I'll show you later on, which is why a lot of people disagree on getting the other series Tite Kubos, which I'll show. That, which you probably already know, because I've done an update of it rather recently. I got it this month, so yeah. Anyways, so there's that. And now, here it is, Zombie Powder. Now, this I haven't read yet. I've heard it's okay. It's not that good. Not as good as Bleach. But one of the things that brought me to my attention, especially today, was that, let me see, there are actually one-shots in each one of these. I'm going to be getting the first and the fourth volume soon, because I ordered these all at the same time. I don't know why they all came separate, but like this one is B-side Naked Monkeys 14. This is and it's to be concluded. See that? So this is the end of the manga. That's the manga. Now this is a one-shot. So it takes up a lot of it. You could easily have saved a lot of money if you didn't have that. Unfortunately, in Zombie Powder, they do that in all of them, and there's only like, they haven't done redid that yet. So there's that flaw. So something to watch out for. Next one I'll do, since we're on one of the big three, I'll do my other big three, which is Naruto. Now, Naruto is a funny one. This is one that I'm really into now. It's a lot of fun. I get the manga here and there whenever I can find it cheap. It actually is very hard to find them cheap, especially, I mean, these ones are easy to find, the omnibuses. I would really recommend getting those because they're really cheap. 3-in-1. People don't like them because they want to have, like, to count 3 mangas, you get them all 3 separately. So that's one reason of why people don't like it. But I mean, it is a really, really good series, and I really like how they did everything in the omnibus. They don't leave anything out of it, so it is very well done. I would highly recommend it because it's a lot cheaper. But if you are the hardcore manga collector and you're trying to go for, oh, I have a lot of manga, you could get all those separately, have 9 volumes instead of 3 omnibuses, and use up more money. But I would highly recommend. Obviously, I would highly recommend watching this and reading this. Reading it is pretty good. I'm gonna probably go with just the first season, because the second season, it's okay, but it's not quite. It doesn't grab me as much as the first season. It's very repetitive, which I've said in other videos. So yeah, it's just rather very repetitive, and I really feel that, like, at that point after the first one, you've given enough money. I've given enough money to Masashi Kishimoto, even though he's done a great job with it. So I'm probably going to stop. Actually, after I'm going to probably be wanting to get volumes 11 to 28, just because I have 29, and I know if I get 28, there will be 2 mangas in the second season. I got this one for free from my friend. He decided to give up on collecting manga. But, I mean, it's one more volume. It won't hurt. So, next one, moving rather quickly now. I think I got all those one-shots out of the way. This one, Rave Master, volumes 1 through 3. Fortunately, there's the old Tokyo Pop, then there's the new. Don't like that, but I got these all rather cheap. I think like $2 each. It's a very good manga. It's I would like to get more, but it's really cheap. It's just, I don't know. There's other manga I would rather read than this, but it's a very good manga. I would highly recommend getting this, and if you really don't get a lot of manga, I would at least get the first 3 or so, like what I have, because it is a very, very good story that Hiro Mashima has really done well with. The artwork is pretty decent. It's almost like a one piece kind of a style, and it is very similar to One Piece, I guess, in style wise. But it is very good, and yeah, I would highly recommend getting this, basically because it is very nice to have, and it's a very entertaining series. Now, the next one I'll do, this one's going to be a big one, is all my Evangelions books. Obviously, having Evangelion be my favorite anime out there, I have a lot of the mangas. I actually don't have, this is the only one that I have of the actual series, besides the little, you know, like these kind of things, like those little like manga comic book style things, and I don't really count those as manga. I already said my whole rant kind of a thing of that. So, but there is this, which is the omnibus 1 through 3. Highly recommend getting this because it has a lot of color. It was nicely put in. It spaces everything out. And it does have all the extra stuff of like the interviews and things like that. So it is very nice to have. Next ones I'll do is the Evangelion, the Shinji Ikari Raising Project. Now, I've paid a lot of money for this. I've spent over half of the series at full retail price, which can be a bit pricey. I would recommend getting it online because you do save it some money, but I would highly recommend that you look carefully and not get this at very good. I mean, don't get this at good or below. Get it at very good or higher, because if you get it very good or below, it can be pretty. It can look pretty bad. One of my friends had ordered one, and he got it at good, and really, it should have not been good. It should have been shit, and I mean shit. It was absolute shit. You couldn't even read it. So yeah. So I have volumes 1 through 6, and then 9 through 12 right now. I'm getting the other ones in the mail still. Don't know when those are going to come up. I know 1 is coming today, which is the 7th one, but I don't know when 8 is coming. It says it's shipped, but it's not going anywhere, anywhere soon, or anytime soon, which is a real shame, because it was supposed to come actually last week, when it didn't. So that's 10. There we go. 11. And 12. Now, before I am done, I will have to say this. This basically, technically, you should read it in order. But you don't have to, I guess. I actually started on number 11 just to see what it was like, and I actually started liking it. It's basically, it's a spin-off, as I have said. I like it though. It's very good. It basically, I could see the director making making a series out of this. I know it's probably not gonna happen, but it's very much like the director would have made it, or the creator of Evangelion, Yoshiyuki Sonomoto. Not good with Japanese names, but basically, I think Sonomoto would have basically possibly liked it. It is more of a pervy kind of a thing, that kind of a thing. It's almost it's not really, it's more of a harem thing, but it is pretty good. It is very hilarious, and I highly recommend getting that. Then there's this one, which is Campus Apocalypse. I only have the first volume of this. Found out that this is a 4-volume full-volume manga. However, it is very, very different. I don't like it as much, but I might get it because it is Evangelion, and there is only 3 more manga I need to get. of that series, and they are kind of cheap, kind of not, on Amazon. I'm gonna look at other places as well to see this. So yeah, it is fairly cheap, I guess. If you think 5, 6, or probably a max 12, or not 12, $7 is cheap for a book. But to me, I don't think it's that is really cheap. I think $4 is kind of cheap, and $5 is cheap, but that's about the max I do. I wouldn't push more than 6. That's pushing it a lot. And then I have another one coming, another manga series coming up that's big, so stay tuned.